Sungyun and Key actually trying to bully KSV out of position, but they do get priority. And that's going to be the steal away. Okay, Songwon really wants to play here as Ambition, taking so much damage from the threaded volley. Lava comes back and really starts trying to settle the score. After that invasion, Core JJ, he's slippery, able to get out of the way, but they get the heal out from Ruler.
Involved in all of it in terms of cutting. Before this starts, they could have just completely shepherded the Olaf away with just pure damage. He's super squishy at this point in the game. Ambition, understandably, doesn't want to be in a smite war, ends up losing it, but getting the first blood as well from this. They have lane control on bot side. KSV should look at this and say, let's play through bot lane and crash the turret with a teleport from QV later.
Oh,
watching this play.
Yeah, value Q coming out from Crown as the Impale is there as well. Lava just explodes with all the damage from the Karma. The Ragnarok doing so much work here. Songwon will be up. No, he won't! The grand entrance comes in just in time from Core JJ.
Powerful, and Play the Ruin King Rush is powerful too. Watch the replay here, which was all pretty simple, so you don't really need to narrate over it, but you do get to see the Olaf buffs in full action. It just does more damage and has more access to his reckless swing. But just going back to the Kog'Maw point, if you go a 3-item build and you lose the game at 2 items...
Well, ROX are going to answer by putting Shelly down on the top side of the map. QV going to do what he can to try and get rid of her, and that's going to be the teleport coming out. Looks like Crown's making his way in. We do get one charge. The minion wave's going to turn up as well, but the teleport's actually coming in to make sure that they can get the work done. Nah comes out as in comes Key, and Ragnarok down once again. Weaver's Wall's brilliant to get the flash out of Crown, but he's still not going to be able to survive this. Songwon picks up the kill, and now the Never Move lands onto Cube. He's trying to kite where he can, but the Demonic Ascension was just sucking a huge spike in power for KSV, and they actually want this fight. The Headbutt Pulverize comes in. If they lose Ruler at the start, it could be a disastrous Linderung. Fantastic positioning with the Demonic Ascension, just getting so much damage across and controlling the space. Cube is in trouble as that's the flick back, and Songyun's going to grab the kill onto Ruler. It's all falling apart for KSV, who have to get out of there. Mantra Q's doing work as Songwon's looking for Ambition. They get the pullback as the Nevermood is going to register onto Ambition.
Mid lane turret's still up, but that's what happened. And Ruler was exposed, and they need Ruler to carry these fights. They're trying to go for a pick, though, a second kill.
Yeah, Grand Entrance is actually going to come down as the Ragnarok was held onto for a very long time. Lots of magic resist already built up, though, and that's a wit's end on the way for Songyun. So Key is actually going to find out Cube here, who flashes out of the way.
On the side of the Karma, just incidental healing around. There's the Weavers. Well, they're actually onto the Baron.
Yeah, ROX have just started this one
Starters in base.
Yeah, well, there's a whole lot of vision now available, and the Weaver's Wall's going to cut them off. So much damage is being done to this Baron. It should actually be taken down, but can KSV find anything? Core JJ gets a huge shield, but he's still going to fall. The Never Move lands onto Cube, and he's going to die once again. And Ruler trying to get forward. The Inspire is doing some work.
And then a great Baron decision. Watching the replay, I believe they spotted Ambition recalling and said, well, let's start the Baron. Weaver's Wall started things off. The Baron was confirmed. And from there, there's just no ability to get value out because it's 4v5.
Yeah. Also
for KSV, and the items will be rolling in for ROX by then.
Yeah, well, Weaver's Wall is going to mean that they're not going to dictate the pace of this one. Quickness comes out from Core JJ, but it's more defensive. So much damage now coming in, but the shielding's gigantic from KSV. Cube trying to get into position.
Nothing else allowed. They want the honorable 5v5. But ROX not interested in honor.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall is going to come down. It's a 1v1 at the top of your screen, but look at the massive 4v4 fight. Demonic Ascension is getting so much work done as Cube has to crush his way out of the battle. Ambition is fast.
Ambition with Ruler. None of it was there. It's going to be a free second Baron to the side of ROX.
Yeah, and Lava was in the fight in the 4v4 as well.
An easy yes. They were very consistent. ROX Tigers 8.4 haven't been great, but they're trying to rewrite it on 8.5. Great Weaver's Wall again. Yeah,
once again. And the Never Move, it lands, they register it, and Ambition has to flash to get out of the way. Buys them enough time to grab that tower. And now the inhibitor should go down as well. It's feeling pretty elementary here for the ROX Tigers. They certainly do match as the Infernal Drake is going to go down to KSV. Big Inspire Shield comes in as Cube wants to try and get out of the way, being slowed. There's a big flash in as Key's trying to do what he can to body this team. Cube, that's a good Meganar timing, but Ambition, he's going to fall down. Ruler, he's just walking. There's no opportunities here as Linderung somehow survived that whole time, but now the Chains of Corruption comes in. Yep, the Pugmaw's just trying to stand and fight. He's able to take down Crown and down. Oh no, Ruler actually going to survive. And Lava's trying to do it. He is going to find it. Threaded volley is going to be enough. But man, that was closer than I expected. So back and forth between these teams. But in the end, it is going to be the ace, and that should be the game.
That was
the
the
ROX
fight
Tigers.
where if it was an even one, they would have been able to get over the line. Ruler got a lot of damage out of them, but it's not an even game. ROX Tigers had outplayed them for 32 minutes, and they will win game 1.
Yeah, it was so close for Ruler. We thought that maybe he'd be able to get the magic in there. But nope, not to be the case. And ROX Tigers, they want a 2-0 today. This is the best way to start it off against our world champions in KSV.
ROX Tigers severely outplaying KSV on the day. When they lost to SKT last week, you didn't think too much of it. Looked like SKT were reinvigorated. This is a ROX team that since 8.4 has only beaten Kongnu Monster. They come in, they've got a great game plan. They look at the enemy game plan, which was the easier to execute. It was the one they've already shown they can play. And they just completely answer. It's like they had the checklist, the answer key to what KSV wanted to do. And KSV, probably after the draft phase, said, well, we won the draft, we're ready to go, mid-game's all ours. It didn't work out that way at all. They were never able to combine their powers. They were the Power Rangers. They could never make any sort of combination, and that was a big problem for them. They look a bit dumbfounded. It's still KSV. It's still a best of 3, but game 1, very well executed by ROX.
Yeah, this team fight was utter chaos, with Key's aggression in the backline, getting rid of Ruler from the fight and eating it all up
but you
with
see,
the unbreakable will.
You see the potential and the theory of Ruler. It's the first time he could free hit. They get a lot of people low. People don't die because we're later in the game. There's more gold on the teams. They tried to play around Ruler, but it was too late. They showed up at the party, but the party's already over, Atlas. They RSVP'd wrong time.
Yeah.
And Ruler tried to spare the blushes, did kill Songyun through all of it. Swain was alive, Lava was alive. They were able to pick up that final kill. And ROX Tigers take it.
Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Say sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave. Baby, but you